Now, the 89th Academy Awards is taking place tonight in Los Angeles, hosted by American TV star Jimmy Kimmel. We'll be live on the red carpet as the action unfolds and discuss the winners and losers throughout the night with our guests here in the studio. But for now, the red carpet action is just beginning. Let's go live to our entertainment correspondent, Shannon Lanier, who is in the thick of it. Are you there, Shannon? Right, Shannon, we're hoping to get in touch. I mean, I'm assuming.
I'm going to try to grab some of them.
Right. Okay, Shannon, great.
I can't hear you, so I'm just going to have to keep talking because it's
right.
So much loud noise and energy. The crowd is screaming. Ava DuVernay is coming down the carpet. She looks amazing. So we're going to try to grab her as soon as she gets a little bit further down the carpet. But I keep looking down the carpet because there are tons of people. The glitz and glamour is definitely on display here. And it's amazing to see some of the energy. Oh, someone just grabbed her. There's a lot of press here. There's over 225 countries that'll be here displaying this award show. So hopefully I can get a few of the stars before we go off the air. They're moving down the red carpet slowly. The good news is that the sky has opened up. It's beautiful out here, and it's not raining. Okay, Charles, you can try to go ahead and ask me a question. I can see if I can hear you.
Okay, I'm going to try. Shannon. The build-up to the Oscar seemed to run on forever, but now, of course, it's finally here. Tell us what's happening where you are in LA. I imagine a sort of carnival mood there.
Oh, the energy here is amazing. You can barely even move, and there's press everywhere, there's security everywhere, there's tons of security, which makes it very hard for people to get through. A lot of security is stopping everyone because that is just that tight. They're checking people, they're checking cars, they're checking bags, so it's very safe here right now. A lot of people don't have to worry about anything because it's pretty safe right here. And here's Ava DuVernay coming down the carpet next. Hopefully we can grab her and ask her about her documentary 13th, which is nominated also for an Oscar. She's had a great year, and now she just does not stop in her amazing filmmaking capabilities, Charles.
Said that the Oscars should have win its own award for the longest build-up to a film sort of awards ceremony. But of course, the red carpet has finally run out in LA. Bring us some of the moments that struck you as you stood on that red carpet where you're standing now and pondered the event taking place behind you.
But there's energy to land. No, that's well, I mean, it is amazing. It is amazing. One of the things you think about when you step on this red carpet is just about the magic moment that everybody is having here tonight. Ava, it's a magic moment for everyone. Everyone is looking beautiful, and I think that makes it, hey, Ava DuVernay saying hello to me. She's a big fan of Arise. We've interviewed her several times before, so hopefully we can stay on long enough to grab a quick question with her, because she has an amazing documentary. Her documentary is politically charged, as is this event. We're expecting this event to be politically charged. A lot of people are going to be having speeches talking about Trump, talking about democracy, talking about equal rights out here. So we're looking forward to that as well.
Ken, we'll be
so
looking forward to
hopefully we can get
hearing...
Ava DuVernay next, and we'll have a great interview with her.
Right, okay. Shannon Lanier there for us in LA on that red carpet as the events begin for the Oscars ceremony. We'll be getting back to you, Shannon, throughout the night. And of course, with me in the studio at the moment is the Nigerian Nollywood movie director, Charles Novia, and also the Nollywood actor, Segun Arinze. Thank you very much indeed, gentlemen, for joining me. Let's just start with you, Charles. Just give me a sense again of what you've done so far in the movie business.
Oh, well, I've put in a whole lot of years. I think maybe I would say I'm a second generation Nollywood filmmaker. Well, first generation Nollywood, because if we're talking about the history of Nigerian films, from independence, we had the Hebat Okun days and all that. So Nollywood itself came as some sort of necessary afterthought in the early 90s. So within that time, the transition from celluloid to home video, some of us found our creative leeways for expression. So I've done a whole lot of films, about 40 at the last count, between a book on Nollywood, which has been used in film schools all over the world, and I'm now more into research, Nollywood history.
Okay, I'm gonna just ask you to hold on there, because we're gonna go back to LA, where we've got Shannon Lanier on the red carpet. And Shannon, what have you got for us?
This evening, and did you write a speech?
I'm here with my mom.
Hey, Mom, come on up here, Mom.
She's my good luck charm. So we just got ready together and had a good time, and yeah, now we're here.
Did you do anything like prayer beforehand? Anything?
Well, prayer before everything. So, you know, always staying focused on the spirit and what matters. So that keeps me relaxed. Yeah, this is just a cherry on top.
Yeah, is there anything that you would say specifically when you get up there? Because we're going to claim it. She's going to get this award. So are you practicing a speech? Do you have anything ready to say?
I have a few thoughts if it comes up. I'm not tipped to win, so I intend to just sit there with my shoes off under this big gown and enjoy the night.
Well, it is a beautiful gown. Who are you wearing?
I wanted to wear a designer from a predominantly Muslim country, so I chose this dress by Ashi, who's from Lebanon.
And Mom, how do you feel about this bigger honor tonight?
It's awesome. I feel awesome. Just so happy.
Thank you guys so much, and congratulations. All right, thank you. And there you have Ava DuVernay on the red carpet here. Did an amazing job. Her film 13th is nominated for an Oscar, so our fingers crossed for her. Back to you in the studio.
Okay, Shannon, thanks very much indeed. Shannon Lanier there talking to Ava DuVernay, who's made the documentary, of course, that is one of the main contenders for the top prize for documentary Oscar. It's in the running, pretty much a race between the O.J. Simpson and the Ava DuVernay documentary. Still with me in the studio, Segun Arinze, the actor, and of course Charles Novia, the director. Segun, thank you very much indeed for coming in with us. I suppose we kind of now have an idea of where many people in Hollywood stand with politics and so on. I'm sure you've been following all the rhetoric about sort of politics and so on. I mean, where do you stand in terms of artists getting involved in political stuff like we've seen with all the award ceremonies in sort of Hollywood so far, and indeed, you know, in Europe as well, as far as Donald Trump and all that sort of thing is concerned?
Well, first and foremost, you wouldn't rule out the fact that whether you're an actor, producer, director, or in Hollywood or in Hollywood, first and foremost, you're a human being, and whatever happens in your country or wherever you're situated, and you're going through it, you must have your own opinion about it. So it's a natural thing to happen. And also, the movies are like the mirror of the society. We mirror things that happen in real life, and sometimes the imaginative ones. So when issues like this come up, we expect that people should be vociferous and make their opinions known and let their voices be heard. But that's what's going on in Hollywood right now. It's Trump versus Nollywood, Trump versus Hollywood right now. So let's see how it goes. And going by what he said, was it 2 days ago? Or was it yesterday? He went. It was crap, and he wasn't going to be attending, and even he wasn't going to even be attending the White House correspondent thing. So I think he's playing some kind of game with them, and everybody's in on it. So let's see how it plays out.
Right. Okay. Well, let's talk about the Oscars themselves. You know, do you see a big winner? I mean, you've seen the Oscars, you've followed. It's very interesting that you were on the Nigerian Oscars panel in 2014, and you still are on that panel. Let's talk about that for a minute. What was that panel set up to do?
Well, the panel was set up by the Academy Awards to specifically sit and choose the entry from Nigeria that would be eligible for the best foreign language category. We set it up, and I mean, we're in the panel and at the behest of the Academy, and we've not had any of the entries meeting the criteria, as it were.
Right, that's a good point. So, Segun, do you see a big Oscar winner ever coming out of Nigeria? I mean, I guess you've got the likes of Chiwetel Ejiofor and David Oyelowo, who could bag it sometime soon, couldn't they?
Yes, it's possible, very possible. And even from where we are from Nollywood, I know that we will soon hit that because we're working very hard towards it. The story, the narrative is changing, the style of production, everything is changing. We've transcended from movies for home viewing, who now going to the cinemas the way it used to be in the 60s and 70s, and everything is sophisticated, and we're working towards. The stories are changing, the actors are getting better and better, and everybody, there's so much hunger. The hunger is so much for perfection. So I'm sure we'll get there.
Well, what about Charles?
Just to add to that,
Sure.
it's not, apart from the changing landscape in filmmaking terrain in Nigeria, we lack the political will to really win the Oscars. And I'll give an example.
Yeah, but when you say political...
South Africa about 10, 15 years ago, made it a priority to win the Oscars. They said that they gave themselves a target that they will win an Oscar in 5 years. And Tutsi, I think Tutsi or something.
Tutsi.
Yeah. But what happened was that all the organs of government and their culture industry worked hard towards realizing that ambition.
So basically,
but I think we're going to
it
do
all
that.
reverts back to the government intervention.
Yeah,
doesn't
we
it,
need
in
to
Nigeria?
some level of intervention or support from the Ministry of Culture, the film parastatals and all that. Yeah, before we can actually really go.
So is that, Segun, what you see as the main reproach holding back such a big international win for Nollywood players?
If you ask me, I would say, if you look at Hollywood, I don't see too much of government interference in there because it's a private private business, it's an independent thing. I think that if we as an industry do put our mind to it and say we're going to go for it, well, the people.
Why haven't you put your mind to it?
We have that if we really, like he was saying, the political will, if we do sincerely put our minds towards it and we have that political will, like he said, I think we can do it. And I know that once we start, of course, people in the authorities will look in and say, okay, let's give you all the support.
Right. Well, Charles, you've been at this for a while. I mean, you're one name that a lot of people recognize instantly. Reflect for us on the current state of Nollywood under President Buhari, because you talked about the fact that you would appreciate some, deeper government intervention, if you like, in the movie industry here.
Well, when we talk about intervention, we're not talking about, I mean, Nollywood itself had taken off without any form of government intervention or recognition, but we have made strides over the years. I do not think the President Buhari administration is that much of a listening administration for Nollywood, unlike the last one. But I think there's an attempt to also see how they can harness the potentials, the PRO potentials of Nollywood, but it's not been done the right way. I think that has to do also with maybe a lack of interaction. We're not having the adequate interaction and knowledge from the government officials to understand what the potentials this industry has. And in the